Hello Taurus, this is your mid-year check-in, what your guides want to know kind of reading. I based this reading on this spread, which I found on the internet and which I tried out for myself. It's by Carrie Paris on her website here, carrieparis.com. You can find it there. You can find everything about this spread. Oh, how do I do that? Like that. You can find it there. I have this at my side for guidance because there are a lot of positions. These three middle ones I have to, because the cards, I needed space to put it in the finder. I will put the cards up in the camera anyway, but these are the main cards, with this being the main one. So this is really, she created this spread for the summer solstice, but because the summer solstice, it's been hectic weeks. I haven't been able to do big readings for the YouTube and for only doing the small ones. So here we are, Taurus, here we are with your check-in. So if you want to have a sample reading, which is I did one for myself on TikTok. So go to TikTok, you can have all the cards there. I read it for myself, and I'm a Taurus sun. So just that you know, I'm a Taurus sun, so this one is also going to be for me, because in the meanwhile, this has been 2 weeks or more ago, and it has been so hectic that I could just not start. I wanted to get this out before the full moon, but I didn't. Life happens. Anyway, Taurus, subscribe if you want to know the full reading, if you want to know more readings, if you want to have a daily guidance card. It's all here on YouTube. It's also on Instagram. It's also on TikTok. On TikTok, I do more short readings as well. Not lately, but I will be doing those again as soon as I have a little bit of traction again in my daily routine. But this is for you, Taurus. So if you're a Taurus sun, rising sign or moon sign, this is for you. Now, if you don't resonate, Taurus, as a Taurus sun, go and have a look at your own rising sign and your own moon sign, and maybe go and watch that video when it's up, because this is only the second one. Taurus being the second sign, so this is the second reading I'm doing, so they'll be coming up in the next couple of days. Well, I hope to have them all up by the end of next week, by the end of July, that means. Okay, let's get started here. That's enough of an introduction. So the main issue here, this is your main concern, or your main thing that, the main energy. I'm going to call it the main energy. It's the Magician. So this card reminds you that I have a feeling, and this is maybe because I'm a Taurus sun as well, that it has been a little bit hectic and hard and difficult at times. But this card is a reminder that, you have all the tools and the skills, the talents, the know-how, the wisdom, the resources at your disposal, if you want to help you get over and through this difficult and hectic period. So maybe there's an issue there brewing on your mind. I don't know what the issue is. This can be different because, of course, it depends on your personal context. It can be about a family member. It can be about a romantic relationship. It can be an issue about a job situation, a home situation, whatever the issue or the big thing is that is on your mind. This card reminds you, mind you, this reading is more like what your guides want you to know. So it's more like they give you advice, or they give you insight, they give you more information, and they want to help you so that you are not struggling as much. So they want to remind you of things. And this is a beautiful reminder, the Magician card, because it reminds you that you have it all here to get through these difficult situations or experience that you're going through right now. So to have this card at your side, really great, really happy that it's there. And then you still have beautiful cards here, because I'm saying these three middle cards for me, these are the cards of, this is the middle card. It's all circles around the middle card, but these two, the middle line for me is the most important. So this will sustain you. It's the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is not a very active knight, because knights usually show movement. But look at this knight. This knight is standing still. but it's looking towards the future. It's future directed, it's future oriented. It's also very grounded because it's earth. It's the element of earth, pentacles. It's green, that you can see the earth element in the horse itself. So you have your eye on something, that thing that you're here dealing with, the difficulties, but there's a promise of something good on the horizon in the future. And I think this card, well, I feel that this card is telling you, and your guides are telling you, don't lose your purpose, that goal, that thing that you're really working or striving towards, out of your mind, out of your heart. Don't forget about it, because it's still there, being so that it's not been easy and it's been difficult, and maybe there were many obstacles to get there, but it's still there. So keep on and keep on progressing step by step, because this is a slower night. Yes, it's sort of standing still here on the card, but it will take a little step all the time. And this is the thing that you need to know. This will sustain you, knowing that, you know, there is that promise of something. And I'm saying this as well because we have here the Seven of Cups. This is something that your intuition wants you to know. And your intuition wants you to know that all these possibilities are within your reach and are there. There is that promise of opportunities, possibilities, and results even, that of your dreams, because this is a dreamy card. It's there. These two together tell me yes. So really, these three middle cards are saying, you know, don't give up. Don't give up, because, you know, you can get through this. You can get through this difficult period. Keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eyes focused on what you really want. And then there is all these possibilities. They are there, and you will probably be able to touch them. Now they may still feel out of reach to you, but that is going to change in the near future. So these are beautiful cards. Now let's go to this side. So there is a little bit of magic here that you need to get through this whole thing. So this card says, add a bit of dash of this for magic. And it's very funny that this card, for me, when I did the sample reading for myself on TikTok, this card came out in a different position, but really with the same thing. Because you may have been focusing on all the things that didn't go well. All these flowers here, you feel them as losses, you see them as losses, you experience them as even failures on your part, or disillusionments, or things that have been lost and you can't get them back. And I feel that this is the very important thing here. The potion here, the magic lies in knowing that you can't get these flowers back. They are gone. They are losses, maybe, yes. They are your personal, you can experience them as failures, yes. There's nothing wrong with failure. But what here the potion of magic is that you're still holding on to these two flowers. And it's much better to, you know, this woman is looking at these flowers. And so if you keep on focusing on these things that are lost, that are gone, that are in the past, and you focus your energy on that, that is not going to help you. What is going to help you, the magic, what is going to help you is focusing on what you do have, where you are right now. And right now, in this moment, you still have these two flowers. You still have these talents, these resources, these whatever it is, people in your life, relationships, a situation, an experience. You have those. Don't focus on the bad ones or on the lost ones, the negative ones, or, you know, the ones that you cannot go back. And maybe they were not negative. Maybe they were positive, and you lost them because you did a stupid thing. You made a stupid choice. You made a stupid, you know, stupid is not the right word. You made a decision, and that decision was maybe not the best one at the time, but you made it, and you have to really let it go. And then focusing on these ones that you do have, that is the magic that's going to get you through this. That's going to help you. You're gonna, you know, getting there, getting it to the end of your journey, getting to the prize that you have in mind, because there are still things available to you. Now, this is what you're ready to see, and it's the Ten of Swords, but it's reversed. So the 10, I'm going to show it like this. Look at the 10 of Swords. It's all these swords pointing at the head. So it's about overthinking. It's about hurt. It's about grief. It's also about loss again. But I think if you can focus on this, or you can focus on the beautiful sunrise here in the background. So I feel this card, because it came out reversed, you are now ready to see really here, and it's really in connection with this card. They really work together. You are ready to see that, yeah, it's not going to work, that you're going to be in your head constantly fretting about these maybe ill-made choices, ill-made decisions. Yes, maybe they were not the brightest or the best or the smartest, but we are human. And I think if you are thinking too much about these things, that's going to give you a lot of grief, a lot of hurt, even a little bit, it feels traumatic. But now it's asking you to focus on this, on that beautiful sunrise, on these two flowers. Also these two flowers, look here, the same sun, the same light ahead. Here, the same light. Look at the imagery, the symbolism in the card. It's repeated really in these two cards. So you're ready to see that, yeah, it's not so smart to be focusing on the past and everything that has not worked out, all the not so good decisions you may have made, and that it's time to focus on, what lies ahead. What do I still have? What can I work with? What is really, still giving me hope, giving me that optimism? And it's really important in this reading because it's been there, it's coming back. When things are repeated in different ways here with different cards, really, but same theme, it's important. Listen to it. Okay, this is what is ready to be healed. The Emperor. Now, the Emperor, it's a bit of a weird card that says this is ready to be healed. And I feel that this has a lot to do with Taurus being a fixed energy. It's fixed, yes, it's a fixed modality. It's also an earth modality, but an earth modality, an earth element, but it's especially the fixedness, because the Emperor can be quite, set in his ways or her ways, not gender-based here, set in his ways. I'm just going to read it because I'm seeing here a male represented person. And holding on to these branches. Again, holding on to, certain beliefs, certain patterns, certain things in this position that really are ready to be healed. I think it's time that you become a little bit more flexible, that you let go of, biting down hard and making it harder for yourself by always thinking how wrong you were in the past. Because you see this as such a deep failure that you are biting down and doubling down on that sense of, I failed, I'm not good enough. Now, the Emperor usually is not that, because the Emperor has bravado, yeah? But in this reading, because it says this needs to be healed, the Emperor can also be very dominant, very stubborn, very, fixed and set in his ways. And this is what needs to be healed, and it's ready to be healed here. So really take it with you, take it in your stride, that you're ready to let go of that stubborn holding on to the past, which is represented in these two cards, and let go of it. There is then, you can create stability with this, the Temperance card. This is what's going to help you also get through these times and help you let go of this, because this is on all the cards on this side sort of work together. So the Temperance card, it speaks a little bit as well about, when I said this Knight of Pentacles is quite stagnant, it's not moving, it's not fast moving. So you're going to need to temper, first of all, your expectations, but also you're going to need to temper your impatience. Because in the end, it's the colors in this card, they're so beautiful. You have that a white dove, you have all the whiteness of the dress, you have the beautiful pink flowers, you have a sort of, this is the protection, yeah? This is your protection, a protection of the universe, of your guides, a divine protection, whatever you see as your protection. There is an energy protecting you. But it also asks you to be patient and to trust. Trust is here also a very big word and a very important word, because it's trusting that magician in you. It's trusting that you will get through this, that you have the skills, the know-how, the wisdom, the resources, that also the right tools. And with tools, it can be resources, but it can also be like people, relationships, connections coming your way that you can help to get to the prize, to these two cards. Now, I don't want to mess up these cards too much, so I'm going to put them down again. But again, patience, trust, very important, because that is what's going to bring you a little bit more, sense of security, of safety, of stability. And you, Taurus, being a Taurus, you need that. And I need to close the window because the dogs are barking on the other side of the road, and it's annoying as hell. And yeah, I'm not going to comment on it because I have a little bit of a beef with the way they treat dogs here in Portugal. So I'm not going to go into that anyway. Temperance, yeah? Patience and trust, Taurus. Patience and trust. Not, the patience sometimes with Taurus, in a way, Taurus can be very patient, but Taurus can also be very impatient. And very, I want it and I want it now. And especially with that Emperor here, but that is what needs to be healed. And that can only be healed through, learning to be patient, because this is here. These three cards are so beautiful that it's worth your patience and tempering your wanting to go, Don't be like a bull in the porcelain shop. Yeah, that expression. Don't be like that. Now this is ready to be unlocked, and that's a strength card. And the strength card, for me here in this reading, it's really coming very strongly in is, get on top of your fears. Don't let yourself be ruled by your fears, because that's your animal self. We all have our animal self. It's our body. It's that deep gut instinct that we have, the primalness of our being. Is primalness even a word? I don't think so, but you know what I mean. We have this primal thing within our bodies. It's residing within our bodies. That is that really, it can be very dark as well, because it includes our shadow. It includes our bright side. It includes our whole being, but it also includes our fears. And what is ready is to be unlocked is this woman that is, holding that lion gently and saying to the fears, what? It's going to be okay. No matter how afraid you are, it's going to be okay. And that is what's going to be unlocked, that possibility, that ability for you to get on top of those really primal fears that are raging inside of you right now. Because I have a feeling that things have been hard for Taurus. And that is not difficult to understand why Taurus has had it hard, because I'm a Taurus sun. I found it very, very difficult at the beginning of this year. My God. And the past few years, since Uranus has been in our sign, it has not been an easy ride. Now, don't forget that at the moment, Uranus and the North Node in Taurus are getting closer to each other. And there's Mars in the mix as well. Not fun. Very volatile energy, also very disruptive energy. And Uranus is there to revolutionize, to make radical change, to be the rebellion. But Taurus, we love our security, we like to be here, fixed and grabbing onto those branches, but no. It's not going to happen, Taurus. So yeah, that has been stirring up a lot of fear. And Yeah, but you're ready to get on top of that fear. So that's good. That's ready to be unlocked. Now, this is what you want. This is what wants more of your time. The Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles, again, it speaks of more stability, more feeling safe. Look, holding the home. And it's a very steady card. And I feel this is not so much that you have to stay at home in a literal way, but I think what you need more of and what needs more of your time is you taking care of yourself, practicing more self-care, doing more things that are fun and that give you pleasure, that give you more joy, instead of just drudging along and going on and on and on this, what is so difficult. Take a moment out, relax. That's really how I read this card. You need more time, but quality time for yourself. Important time. So this means time away from maybe from the tablet, from the telephone, from the computer screen, from the television screen. And maybe, if you can, be in nature, if it's not too hot. I mean, maybe read a book instead of, if you love reading. Get your favorite book out. I'm just suggesting things. Maybe just go and lie in your bed or on the sofa and take a bloody nap. Nobody is going to hold it against you. The world is not going to end when you do that, Taurus. So yeah, listen to me. I want to say everything at once, but your guides want you to know. More time for self-care. This needs more of your time. Yeah? And whether that is going out for a coffee and sitting just on a terrace, and I just lost my viewfinder, so I have to stop and get back into it. But I will do that after I've read this card. Yeah, if it's going for something that you love to eat, do it. Yeah? Just take care of yourself. Okay, so I hope the issue is fixed, and I hope it doesn't fall away again, because sometimes it does that, my connection. So I'm filming with my phone, and then I need to see where I'm at, because I'm doing this with the back camera. And then I have to see what I'm filming. I have connected that to my laptop, so I can see where I'm at. But sometimes it falls away, and then it's annoying as hell. Okay, so we're going to this side now. So we have this side done, we're going to this side. So we start here. This is lay down this weapon to end the battle. The Five of Wands. The Five of Wands anyway, it's like here, it's a very strategic card, but it is also a card that speaks of conflict and of you, battling with, doing a strategic battle. Maybe it's against authorities, maybe it's with someone in particular, maybe it's against a certain situation. There is a conflict going on there. There is a battle going on there, and it's not going to give you, it's not going to help you get here and here in this middle, these middle cards. It's not going to help you. So it's best that you stop, being in your head, because there is this conflict going on in your head, or this sort of inner battle as well. It's not only an exterior battle with an external source, but also in yourself. Maybe you are torn, because maybe you are torn between some solutions that are in your head presenting themselves for this situation that you're battling with. That will be solved. Yeah, don't forget that. You have the tools to solve it. But maybe there's also an inner battle going on, like, maybe you have a plan A, B, C, D, and you're not seeing the forest through the trees, or the trees through the forest. I never know what is the right way to say it, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you get completely messed up and it's very chaotic. So lay down this thing, lay down the overthinking and the strategizing, or and maybe the conflict or the real battle that you're doing with a government instance or bureaucracy or a certain person or a certain situation. Don't fight it, because at the moment that it's not going to help you. It's just going to get you more into inner conflict as well. It's going to just enlarge it. So lay this down. Then shed this because it doesn't fit anymore. So what you have to shed, what your guides want you to know is to, let go of all the disappointment. When you were taking the wrong choice, you made wrong choices, you did some errors, you made some stupid mistakes, and hear these things. Really, your guides want you to know, don't have any regrets. Things happened because they happened, and at that time you made that decision, and you have to learn to be okay with that. You have to shed the disappointment. You have to shed the regrets here, because those are not going to bring you forward. You need to become like a butterfly. You need to transform that. You have to really let go of those regrets you're having, of here being, making the wrong choice, and focusing on that, and, here and overthinking all that. Because regret is not going to bring you anything. Regret, again, is also going to bring inner conflict, yeah. Because it's going to bring you, if only I had, if only I did, and what is that bringing you? Nothing. So shed this, let it go. This is what is ruling you. So this is what is ruling you. So it's really ruling. When it's ruling you, it is sort of very present in you. And what is ruling you now is the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords, look, a lot of information. You are very... I think it's a very good time for you to learn, to get more information on the subject that you're dealing with. But also in general, it's a very good time for you to learn more, to study things that you are interested in, that you feel passionate about. Because in the knowledge, in the wisdom that you're gathering, and in the information you gather, there will be, look at the dandelion, it's spreading its little things so that the little seedlings, so they can become other plants, isn't it? And I think at the moment, if you gather information, you can spread out, and you can then start planting the seeds for that thing that you are working towards, or that you want to work towards, and that you're looking at, that you really have in your mind, in your focus, in your vision. And there is information for you. So, and I think you're doing that because the card says this is ruling you. So I feel that is already there, that you know that you need more information, that you need to learn more about this certain thing that you want, and also about how to get there. So that's how I read this. Now this is a strange card to have here, because this is create boundaries with this card. The Wheel of Fortune. So I think the boundaries you need to create here, because look, all these cogs are like, everything is always, change is always there. Our lives are constantly changing, and everybody, is interconnected, and all these cogs are connected, and our life is changing. Now, there's not much you can do against certain things that are beyond your control. So the boundaries you probably need to set, and this is what's coming now, and it has been, because it's a difficult card here in this position, is, again, when you are resisting change, when you are enraged, when you are angry here, with that inner conflict, you can set boundaries and say, no, 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 I'm not going there. I'm not going to go into that conflict again. I'm not going to wage that battle again. I'm going, because they want you to be out of that battle, you know, to be out of the battle, the inner battle of regret and disappointment. And you need to create really good boundaries within yourself to not go there, to really stay on the path of, okay, my focus is on this vision here, and this is my dream here. I can reach that because I have the magician here. Don't forget, you have the magician here. I can reach that. But I really need to make sure that I don't go into that war mode again. Battle mode, regret mode, sadness, disappointment mode. No. And that is a boundary you have to create for yourself. This is not so much about keeping, you know, boundaries for other people's, but it's for other people, or to keep people out, or people at a distance so that they don't invade your personal space. No, it's really a boundary that you need to set with yourself, you know, to promise yourself, I won't go there. And it took me a while to get there, because it was like, okay, what is this? But it makes sense to really stay away from that. I'm keeping these three cards for last, because they are sort of, yeah, I find them always the most important cards. And this card wants to be crystal clear. It's a judgment card. And what is crystal clear here is that a new cycle, a rebirth cycle of who you are and what you are going to be in this world and how you are going to be in this world, that is happening. And you are being called to change as well, to go with that change, to go with that Uranus in your sign, to rebel, to revolutionize yourself, your beliefs, the way you are. Now, this whole process, look at this woman. This is an angel, really. Look at the wings, holding the trumpet, the call, the higher calling. So you are being called. This is crystal clear that there is a lot of change going to happen. This is also crystal clear that you can get over this. You can get to where you want to go in one way or another. That this process is sort of protected. Remember, again, we have here 2 cards of protection. This is protection. In other tarot cards, this is also an angel, but the wings are here on the dove. We have the wings again, so the wings of the angel, the protection. For me, it's a symbol of protection. And there is that higher calling to really, okay, you know, to be okay with all the change that is happening, and to just really let go of all the old stuff. And now focus on where you want to go, because that change is going to be really important. It's going to be like a rebirth, a new you. Well, not new you, but sort of a version 2.0 or 3.0, even for some that are older. It depends on, you know, age is just a number. But I mean, sometimes we have already reinvented ourselves, and now it's time to reinvent ourselves again, yet again, Taurus. And we don't really like that, do we? Anyway, this is ready to be communicated. The 4 of Wands. And I feel like there's a message coming about, again, 4 of Wands. Look, a house. A house speaks of security, stability, but there's also like a celebratory process, like a win, like a happy place, because there's the lights, there is all the green around the house. These 2 people are happy together on that house. So it feels like whatever you have here in your vision and your focus, there is good news coming about that, which is going to give you like a breather, like a breath of relief, like saying, wow. And that's going to make you happy as well. And it's going to give you, again, that sense of footing, that sense of, okay, there finally is a little bit like groundedness. I feel not like I'm floating a little bit above the ground, but I can put my feet down and I can feel a little bit more secure and stable now. So that is going to return. That is really what is being communicated here in this card. It says it's ready to be communicated. So I feel there is some news going to come your way. Now, I feel on the other hand as well that your guides want you to know that this is on on its way, and that you can already relax and put your foot down if you can. Now, I don't know if you can, but aim for this. Aim for more joy. Aim for the celebration. 3 of Cups. Aim for connection. I feel this doesn't have to be like you have a large circle of people surrounding you or a large circle of friends, but you have a few inner connections that are really deep and important to you. And I feel that it's important to, first of all, entertain those again. So aim to reconnect with those people if you have lost a little bit of connection, but also aim for a little bit more joy in your life. And again, that ties in with this card where I said, do something that you enjoy, take care of yourself, do something pleasurable, and not always go on the drudgery way and, go with your head down and not seeing the beautiful things. Look up and enjoy. Look at the joyous colors in this card. Lots of yellow, lots of light. So be a little bit lighter. So aim for this as well. So, maybe also this card, in a way, your guides are saying, take everything a little bit lighter. Don't make such a big thing out of it so that it becomes heavy and it becomes tiresome and it draws you down and it just is like heavy, heavy, heavy. No, be a little bit lighter. So aim for this. That is also by letting go of these cards here, these two. And then the last card is wish on this. Now, this 8 of Swords speaks about feeling trapped. But I'm going to read it like this. Wish to release yourself, because you are the one who can open this. I'm going to put it like this again. So the cage is open, but sometimes you feel so entrapped and so trapped in this cage. And you feel so like this cage makes you feel so small that you don't even want to get out. But I think this is what you need to wish on, to trust yourself more, to trust that you can get out of this cage and that you are the one who's making you small. And that you are way bigger than you think and you can do way more. Remember the Magician? You are capable of way more than you give yourself credit for. And I think if you can get out of this cage of thinking small, feeling small, and thinking you can't do anything, that is what you have to wish upon, because the cage is open. You can get out. So be big, be bold. And dare to be big and to be bold. And do not be bothered about what other people think of you, because that is also a cage you create around you. And wish upon the fact that you can do this, that you can get out, and then release those wings and you can fly. When you get out of this cage, you have space to fly, to be bold, to be big. So Taurus, that's a big message here. I'm going to just leave it like this. So Taurus, I hope you like this reading. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know what happens. I'm going to do an excerpt of this on TikTok, and then the full reading you can always find on YouTube. If you liked it, maybe subscribe to my channel, maybe click that notification button so that you know when new readings come out. I think you can even set it for certain signs or for certain videos. I really haven't looked into that, but I think you can do that. It will be much appreciated also if you leave a little comment, because that helps me, and then I can keep on doing these free readings for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, you're the magician, Taurus. Always remember that. Thank you for being here, and speak soon. Oh, don't forget to check out my TikTok, because on TikTok, daily readings and other short readings, remember? Okay, bye for now.